Hey y'all, remember me? So listen, last week the internet was set ablaze with this whole Jordyn Woods, Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian thing. Those of y'all who've been following me over the years know I really don't get down with this Kardashian mess because most of the time it's foolishness and but y'all have really been wanting me to comment on this, and because the intricacies involved and because Jada and Will done got involved, it did pique my interest. So let me say it is now 2:12 on Tuesday afternoon, and I just got through watching the Red Table Talk with Jada and Jordyn. Now, last week when it was revealed that Jada did a Red Table Talk, my first reaction was, why in the hell is Jada getting involved with this damn mess? My second reaction was, I don't want to see it because bitch, you did it. And I think a lot of us jump to conclusions because the scenario is very familiar amongst women and especially amongst them Kardashians. Off rip, I'm not going to lie, after reading the headline, I jumped to conclusions and was like, yep, she did it. She was riding there. I don't care what she got to say. It ain't no reason why her and that boy should have been together. I don't care what she got to say. And I was not interested in watching the interview. It was not until I spoke to my friend LaQuisha, and Quee was saying, did you see the interview? I said, nah, Quee, I ain't seen it. She said, well, you might want to watch it because a lot of people have watched it and now they're actually on Jordyn's side. So I'll say this. After watching the interview, and getting a better understanding of what's going on, my mind has been my mind has changed, and I'm like, okay, all right, I see this for what it is. Now, let me be honest with you, because I know humans. I don't believe Jordyn is telling the 100% unadulterated truth. I believe that Jordyn has filtered the truth and is telling it in such a way to push her agenda, which is to clear her name. There's some inconsistencies in there and so on and so forth, and we're going to talk about that. Before we get started, though, overall, I want to say this. I respect Jada, her mom, Will, them for giving Jordyn a platform because God knows those Kardashians own the media and the white media leans towards them, or they bought them out. And yeah, without Red Table Talk, Jordyn probably would not have been afforded the opportunity to tell her story. I'm surprised that she's not on Entertainment Tonight. I'm surprised all these other outlets have not reached out to her as quickly as they're willing to create and perpetuate this narrative and replay Khloe's tweet about that girl ruining their family. I wish Jada and the mother would have chastised her just a little more on camera, just to make me feel like she's got people around her who really gave her the business, and so she got it. For me, y'all, this whole situation is a conversation about loyalty. And it's just so funny because it is actually the one area that the Kardashians lack in totally, and a lot of rich people lack in completely, which is loyalty. If Jordyn had an understanding of what it means to be loyal, and if she was loyal to her sisters, to that family, she would not have been there. Her spidey senses would have said, oh, y'all go ahead, I can't go over there. Here's the thing. She spoke about LA culture, how things close early and then we all go back to someone's house. Let's take Jordyn and Tristan out of the equation completely. With you being as close to that family as you are, and with you being of partying age, regardless of if it was you or anybody else, you knew what was likely to happen with Tristan and some girl. And you were willing to be a part of the atmosphere. And when asked about what happened at the party, before you went, you were willing to just turn a blind eye to what it was that was going on because you was having big fun, in my clear Huxtable voice. So again, that speaks to loyalty. Now, granted, she's a young girl. She may not know what it means to be loyal. She may not understand how deep loyalty should run, and we've all been there. But let's jump right in this interview. So, they're hanging out or whatever the case may be, and they decide to go back to somebody's house. Issue number one. I love the fact that Jada pointed out to her, do you realize that there is a family that feels betrayed by you? Now, here's the thing. I'm just an innocent bystander, and if I, upon hearing the headlines, jump to that conclusion, I am pretty sure that family jumped to the same conclusion, especially considering the fact that those heifers know what they're capable of, and they know what they have done to other people. So with that being said, it's not hard for them to believe that somebody else would do the very same things that they have done. Now, is this karma for the Kardashians, and do I feel bad for them? No, but that's a whole other video. We just gonna talk about Jordyn and this for right now. She says the first mistake is that she shouldn't have been there. I agree, but I've done it before. I've hung out with, in my younger years, in my early 20s, I have hung out with a friend's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and seen them in my company demonstrating inappropriate behavior. And because I come from Miami and living by this old passed around street code, it ain't my business. I ain't telling nobody else business. I don't get involved in people's marriages. I use that mantra as license for me to sit there and be a participant of the atmosphere and the goings on while this person is over here doing something they don't have any business doing. Now that I'm older and I've been schooled by the old lady sitting up under the tree, I don't let that happen around me. You're not finna be my friend's significant other. You're not finna be my associate's significant other and be doing inappropriate stuff in front of me. And honestly and truthfully, it don't have nothing to do with the other person and everything to do about me, but you're not going to disrespect me. And that's disrespectful to me, because the fact that you feel willing to do something dishonest in front of me to that magnitude, it suggests that I'm just like you and that I have no integrity either. And I'm not going to give you the satisfaction or license to believe that I'm like that, because I'm really trying to be a better person. That ain't all right with me. So you're not going to cheat around me. You're not going to flirt around me. You're going to be, I carry myself now in such a way that if you're going to do it, you're going to sneak and go to the back of the club and make sure it's not in my peer view. That's just the way my grown woman is set up right now. That's number one. Now, here's where things get fishy for me. When Jada asked her about the whole lap dance situation, and she said there was no lap dance, but then she went into, but I can see how people would say that, because he was sitting here, I was sitting on the arm of the chair, my legs were dangling, then I picked them up and put them in such a way where the bottom of my legs were touching on his legs. Here's the thing, y'all. That's an intimate gesture. No matter how you slice it and dice it, it's an intimate gesture. And that's the part for me where I'm kind of side-eyeing Jordyn just a little bit. I've got friends in relationships, and I couldn't fathom my body parts touching theirs. Even when we go out to group dinner and we go to brunch and we be all squeezed in tight and your legs be touching somebody, I move in and keep like this, especially when it involves somebody's man. Not to mention, I know she's young, but at what point does your alarm go off that says it's 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I'm already somewhere I shouldn't be, I'm drinking, I'm feeling good, My legs are rested on this person, and I am sitting close to this person at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, it's almost as if you're gonna commit the violation of even going over there when you probably shouldn't be there, then you've got to put every other safety guard in place to make sure from an optics perspective that this thing looks platonic. I mean, what conclusion is there for people to gather when it's in the wee hours of the morning? You guys are sitting next to each other and your legs are dangling over, touching his. That's very, boyfriend girlfriendish behavior. Not that it would have been any better that you would have been sitting up in his face and one of your homegirls would have been doing it, but it's just it's very compromising behavior. But you know what? I'm turning over a new leaf in my life where I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt without rushing to conclusions and rushing to judgment. I'm just saying, taken independently, it's nothing. But put in conjunction with everything else, late night, alcohol, already ain't got no business being there, lied to Khloe and Kylie about what was going on. Yes, it looks very bad, Jordyn. It looks bad. It looks bad. Trust was definitely violated. And this, for Khloe, is already a fragile situation with this man. Another reason why you should have just took it easy with this one. And this is not to be confused for me taking up for her and that family, because I am not. And a lot of people argue that this could be their karma. And I totally agree. But I'm just staying on topic. And we'll do a whole nother video about how them hoes deserve everything they got and how they got big nerve complaining when they don't did the same damn thing. Now, I'm going to tell you, and some of y'all may take exception with what I'm about to say, and this is a very fragile area between me and some of y'all. The interview kind of went left for me when Jordyn and Jada attempted to make it a black woman thing. I completely agree that the black woman is the most underprotected, undervalued woman in this country, wholeheartedly. I personally don't feel that this is that. I feel that regardless of who it would have been in this situation, that the outcome would have been the same. Now, if I am wrong, I am willing to be corrected. But it bothers me when we have real issues, real atrocities, real crimes, and people try to attach trivial situations to movements in order to garner additional sympathy. Again, I may be wrong, and I'm willing to be corrected, but this to me is not a black woman being singled out and attacked and not protected and not valued. I feel like had this been any of their friends, the outcome would have been the same. This has more to do with the Kardashians, who are pop culture royalty, who sells billions and billions of magazine covers and clicks and views for websites and social media. So any little thing involving these women was going to have this kind of media shit show. Now, like I said, perhaps Jordyn not getting the Entertainment Tonight interviews, so on and so forth, or the request, and granted, I don't know if she's got the request or not. Perhaps Jada just jumped at the chance, and perhaps Jada and Will's perspective was, forget them white people, if you're going to tell your story, tell it on my platform so we can make the money. Because I'm pretty sure at this point Jordyn probably could have secured an Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood interview, but instead they chose to keep it in the family. So, I don't think this was that. I think Jordyn omitting exactly what went down at that party is where things went wrong. Because if my friend man kissed me, I would be so enraged and angered that I would have woke that bitch up in the middle of the night and told her. Secondly, and here is where we have to talk to the old lady under the tree. That boy didn't rape you. That boy didn't take advantage of you. And by no means necessary am I saying this is Jordyn's fault. But I need to understand, and Jordyn needs to understand, what about her behavior or the way she presented herself made him comfortable enough to do that. And again, I'm not placing the blame on this young woman. I'm just trying to give her her fair share. Because he's a dog and he's an asshole and he shouldn't have did it. And he should have been worried about Khloe more than she should have been. All that and now yeah. But I do have a dick between my legs and it's not my first time at the rodeo. That boy did not walk up and just automatically feel comfortable enough to kiss you. He shot his shot because he felt he could. And so, men can pick up on when women are slightly receptive to some shit. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you walking through the mall and the dude be like, Miss, excuse me. And you be like, nah, I don't want to holler. They know. Or when he's like, miss, and you like, who, me? Then he know he could walk on over and spit that game. There was something about your demeanor that night, your energy and your behavior that suggests she might be down with this. Not saying you welcomed it and not saying you invited it, not saying you deserved it. And yes, men should be able to control themselves and it's not your fault. But what I need you to understand moving forward, Jordyn, is that in those situations, you have got to exude an energy that says, hell nah, bitch, I'm not with it. You know? And the way you exude that energy is his ass over there, your ass over here. He's sitting right here, you sitting over there. You sitting up tall with your legs crossed with a unit on your face. Don't come over here with that shit, nigga. Can I get another wine? Can the queen get a wine? That's how you exude that hell nah, don't come over here with that shit. You was looking a little too warm and friendly and that's why he felt comfortable enough to do that. Again, not blaming you. This girl is young. Shit happens. I just want her to learn from it. Lastly, what notes I got here? Really, that's the short of it. This does suck. Now, in the beginning, Jada was like, it's got 3 families in a compromising situation. To be honest with it, Jada and Will, I get y'all wanting to protect Jordyn, but it wasn't that compromising for y'all until y'all interjected yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because the way it really could have worked is just y'all staying out of it. I understand Jada was the bridge and all of y'all families are cool, but it didn't involve y'all. Y'all son wasn't there, none of y'all was there. Y'all could have stayed out of it. The fact now that y'all have given Jordyn a platform, which I respect, Jada, I get it. But you got to also understand, Jada and Will, y'all have drawn a line in the sand and y'all have clearly said, what side y'all are on. And I actually commend y'all for, we black, we got to stick together. I commend y'all. But understand, those people probably going to be mad with y'all. And I'm sure y'all understand and I'm sure y'all get it. And I'm sure that y'all are willing to take the repercussions of it all, which is probably a strained relationship with them. Because y'all felt, and here's the earlier conversation that needed to be had, loyalty. Your loyalty was to Jordyn's dad and to Jordyn because you raised her. You helped raise her. You saw her grow up. So you chose a side. Yeah. You know. So that's the Jordyn Woods talk, y'all. It's a lesson learned. We all did it. Like, we've all done it. It's about growing up, learning how not to be messy, learning how to be a grown woman. Like, I can't even come down on this girl because I don't been in similar situations. I don't been in situations where I didn't tell the complete truth or I left out information. I don't lie. Just like Iyanla said with that Jussie Smollett situation, when they asked her how does she feel, she was like, I mean, he did what you and I have done. He told a lie. She told a lie. Now, Khloe, on the other hand, Khloe, you need to go sit your ass down some damn well because that girl is not the reason your family is broke up. Your family was broke up before it even started. And here's the thing that y'all got to understand with y'all Kardashians. After y'all continue to go after these celebrity black men. Number one, Iyanla need to help y'all out because y'all need to break the pattern and the pathology of y'all's dating cycle. I'm not saying that these women are not worthy of love and worthy of being dated and wifed up. But the Kardashians have got to understand right now, as it relates to black men, and particularly the type of black men that they go after, the type that actually came from nothing and made their money in entertainment and sports, that these men get with y'all because y'all trophies. And they able to say, yeah, bitch, I'm that dude because I landed a Kardashian. That after they fuck y'all, the novelty has worn off. Check. I came, I saw, I conquered. Next. They don't want y'all for real, for real. And not saying that there's not one out there that will, but I'm telling y'all, they don't want y'all for real, for real. They want the status that comes along with bagging one of y'all. Like, Khloe, I'm 35, so your ass got to be damn near 40 like me. At what point does it become like, all right, childish things are over and let me truly sit down, map out what I want the rest of my life to look like, and go after the person who can best help me get there, and not the same NBA rapper, NFL type. You know, Kris Jenner, I think she's done a excellent job with the business side of her family. I think she's done a very poor job in raising these girls to be women and to be women with values and integrity. And I don't, this is going somewhere else about them being all about money after they don't need none, money and fame being one hell of a drug. So I'm just gonna get off the line and save that for another conversation. But yeah, y'all, this is the Jordyn and Jada situation. I hate it, but she'll get over it. The shit is already damn near old news. Give it 4-5 more days and we'll be on to the next thing. You see, we ain't even talking about Jussie Smollett no more. Quiet as it's kept. We ain't half talking about what happened with R. Kelly ass being indicted and going to McDonald's last week. Donald Trump would do something stupid, or Kim or the Kardashians would do something that's newsworthy that'll bump this shit out of the goddamn media cycle and we'll be on to the next. Or one of them dudes to cheat on their ass again and we'll be on to the next. At any rate, that's the girl. I'll call y'all later. Bad.